Hi students, this is Nisha Parik from Saraswati International Academy. Today I am going to teach Environmental Studies of Class 2, Unit 1, Family and Friends, Chapter 4, Our Neighborhood, Part 2. In Part 1, we have seen about our good neighborhood, what all things should have for a good neighborhood, that is market, school, park. In market we find different shops which are useful in our daily life, and schools we go to study and play, and parks we go to jogging, walking and play. So these all things we have learned in part 1, and in part 2 we'll continue with our lesson. So let us start. Police station. So this word you have heard before in your class also, in your first standard also you have heard police station. So what is the duty of the police? He help us in our danger. So he take care of our safety. Police station. A police station is the place where the police work. So where do police work? They work at police station. So police station is the place where the police work. The police makes our neighborhood safe. So with the help of our police we feel safe. They protect us from all kinds of troubles. So not only they help us to make safe, but they also protects us from all kinds of troubles. We go to the police station to report it. So whenever we have any trouble or any problem, we go to police station and report about that trouble and problem. A police officer is in charge of the police station. So who's in charge of the police station? Police officer. He is the in charge of the police station. And she helps us in times of troubles. They are not only in charge of the police station, but they also help us in times of troubles. To call the police, we can simply dial 100 and get help. So if you want to call police, you can simply dial 100 and get help. Next, post office. So have you ever visited post office? If no, you just visit and see whatever things you find in post office. We go to the post office to buy. So why we go to post office? We go to post office to buy stamps, postcards. So this here you can see postcard. Here you have their place is given. Here you have to write address so that this postcard will be reached to the person whom you are sending. Envelopes. So not only stamps and postcards, we also find envelopes. A post office helps us to send letters and postcards to our friends and family members. So a post office helps us to send letters and postcards to our friends and family members. We can also send parcels and money orders through a post office. Not only post, but we can also send parcels and money orders through post office. A money order helps us to send money from one place to the another. So a money order helps us to send money from one place to another. So as there is a development in technology, nowadays we can send money with the help of our cell phone. But olden days there were no cell phones, so people used to go to post office and send money from their place to their relatives or friends who are in need. A postman delivers letters at the correct address. So who delivers letters? Postman. So he delivers letters at the correct address. For that you have to write correct address. If you write wrong address, that money order or that parcel will not reach to the correct person. Hospital. So we all know where is hospital and what all things we find in hospital. So let us see. We go to hospital when we are sick. So when we go to hospital, only when we are sick. A hospital has many doctors and nurses who help us get well. So in hospital we find many doctors and nurses who help us to get well. A doctor treats us and nurses looks after us till we get better. So in hospital we find many doctors and nurses. Their doctors, they treat us, they and see what disease we have, what infection we have, whatever problem we have, they give tablets and medicines according to that problem. And nurses, they look after us till we get better. All good hospitals have a special van called an ambulance that takes us to the hospital when there is an emergency. So here in this picture you can see this. What is this? This is an ambulance in which we take a person when there is any emergency. So this is a special van which all good hospitals have. Whenever there is an emergency, if you ring hospital, they will send ambulance and in that you can take your patient. We can simply dial 102 to call the ambulance. So what we have to do? We have to call 102 and tell the hospital person to send ambulance. Then they will send ambulance to our house. Then you can take your patient in that van. Next, dispensary. So before we had learned about hospital, now we are going to learn about dispensary. A dispensary is not as big as hospital. So you can see hospital, there are so many beds, so many rooms, but a dispensary is not as big as hospital. It is small hospital. It has a few doctors who treats us and give us medicines when we fall ill. So it has few doctors. Not like hospital, there are many doctors. There are few doctors who treats us and give us medicines when we fall ill. Small neighborhood usually have a dispensary. So small neighborhood, they have dispensary so that the area people, they can go to them and take treatment. Then area people should not suffer and go to long distance. Fire station. So whenever there is any fire, what we do to put out fire, we call a fire station. From there they send a fire engine and firefighter to put out fire. So let us see. Fire station. We call the fire station to help us put out fire. So where we call if there is any fire, we call fire station to help us to put out fire. A fire station has red colored van called fire engine. So here you can see this red color van, this is a fire engine. So this fire station people, they send this van when we want. We can simply dial 101 to call up the fire station. So we can simply dial 101 to call up the fire station. Then if we call 101 and tell them, they will send a red colored van called fire engine that firefighter used to put out fire. So in that van there are many instruments which helps them to put out fire. We should keep our neighborhood clean. So how we should keep our neighborhood? We should keep our neighborhood clean. There are many ways in which we can do so. In many ways we can keep our neighborhood clean. Never litter. So we should not throw anything on the ground. Never spit on the roads. So we should never spit on the roads. Never throw garbage outside our home. So, never throw garbage outside your home. Where you have to throw? You have to throw in your dustbins. So, always throw it only in the bin. So, where you have to throw? We have to throw in dustbins. Never spoil plants growing in the neighborhood. So we should never spoil plants growing in neighborhood. We should water them so that they grow big and give us air to breathe. Thank you for today. In next part we'll continue with our notes.